Thank you for this. Today is a Sunday, and I'm very happy to be here to talk about the very issues that are facing us as Africans in the process of liberating ourselves and becoming economically strong. We're seeing that because of our economic situations, Africans migrate to the Middle East in search of jobs, and most of our females become the sex workers and they become the traffickers. They've also become women who really are sold from one family to the other because of sponsorship from the Arabs. These are all economic issues that we need to address as Africans and to find solutions to them. I'm very unhappy about the way that this has been going. Our governments are very aware of it, but they have no way to deal with anything. I recall Putin of Russia saying that, the world is so full of unjust, not that he's just either, but even African can be mistreated in Europe, and our government don't even come to our aid. I think it's important for us to start changing, shaping our um, interrelationships with other countries, and make sure that we are taking care of our own. Poverty is not a sickness at all. We have enormous amount of resources that can last a lifetime, but because of mismanagement of the resources, here we are. Our people are mistreated. Our people are treated like we're poor people. We're not poor. Africa is not a poor continent, just as simple as ABC. We just need to start managing our resources. Our resources have always been managed by other foreign people. So it's important for us to start managing our resources and stop experimenting with our resources. You know, I think that the way we can do that is to create sort of a czar. When we create czars and we have people who are specialized and trained for the way we manage our resources, we can do much better than we are doing. There's no reason for us to have our precious pearl or resources, human beings, tapped by other countries and used for the worst of what they could use them for. Look at our international brain drain. We have a lot of intellectuals who are doing extremely well in North America, Europe, and Asia. And yet, these resources that are the best of our human resources cannot even be used on the continent. So I think that we as a people should start having strong conversations about how we are able to convert our resources into practical, useful tools for our own survival and our dependencies. We can't continue sending resources or raw resources to Europe and North America all our lives. We need to change the twist. There's a very famous saying that says, if you do the same thing and get the same results, that is crazy. We need to change either the way we do things or the results to make it worthwhile. So I am appealing to all Africans that we should take responsibility and change our destiny. We are the drivers of our destiny, and we need to help ourselves to define exactly what we want. I know we don't want poverty. We don't want to be slaves or people that are subset to Arabs, white, Asians, and anybody of that sort. We need to create our own foundation by better moving our resources in a way that everybody benefits from it. And we can do this. Scandinavians have done that. As a young man, I spent quite a few years in Scandinavia, and I saw how the Scandinavians use their resources to better their own people in a way that's amazing, in a way that's unbelievable. Norway, for instance, is a country that exploits oil. Then part of the Norwegian Charter is that they will never support poverty. Anybody that's from that country will eventually be taken care of by the government, create social programs, create conditions that are conducive for every Norwegian. Whether you live in a rural Norway or urban Norway or city Norway, you are taken care of by the people using the best of social services. I think Africa can do the same thing. We can do the same thing. We can't continue seeing people dressed in shambles, people who are struggling, people who have no finance to do anything. We can create a financial base by eliminating ourselves from being a stronghold onto the Western financial systems. We need to stop dealing with that. If that's not helping us, there's no sense for us to continue to be there. Let's create our own financial base. Let's create our own financial institutions that are regulated by our input. Because One, the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, Australian Stock Exchange, Asian Stock Exchange are not in our favors. We should know these things. What happened to our intellectuals? Don't they understand these things? They went to school to learn these things. They should use it for our benefit, not for the benefit of other people. So it's important for me and for the world to know that Africa can't continue kowtowing and listening and doing things that is of the West. We need to be involved. We need to be part of the financial market. Since we're creating the gold, I don't think there's any European country that's providing the gold needed to sustain our currencies. We, as Africans, are the gold. We should be the people to control the index exchange, not Europe, North America, because we have the resources to do that. So let's start thinking seriously about our resources because we do have the resources and we should be able to control the vast majority of the universe if we have the resources. There's no way you can tell me the United States or Europe or any of the Western countries will allow Africa to control them if their resources are the ones that make the economic market stronger. So we should see this, that it is unfair, that they control everything, and we are the producers of the resources needed to sustain our currencies, and yet we don't have rights to anything. Africa should rise. Africa should rise. The pride of Africa should come into play. We need to make our argument and we need to make our voice heard. Thank you.